'Twas the night before election. 'Twas the night before election day, and all through the nation, not a soul was asleep, braced for devastation. Over and over, founders turned in their graves, for the fate of the nation they feared would be grave. Every ballot completed and mailed in with care, but would they be counted? This was the fear. Polling stations shuttered in poor parts of town, rolls purged of names for skin that might be brown. When on the front door there arose such a pounding, I thought biased cops must be bringing the hounds in. To my surprise, when the door opened up, there stood a round bearded man patting his gut. "Santa," I shouted, as I couldn't believe this. "Well, this belly ain't Buddha and this beard ain't Jesus." "You gonna let Santa in?" he hastily asked, with a pull from his pipe and a swig from his flask. "Where's your toy sack and your shiny red suit? You're 2 months too early and tipsy to boot." He let out a laugh, a full-throated confection. "Forget your dang Christmas. I'm here for the election." My lungs exhaled a long sigh of relief, for Santa was here to lay rest to our grief. He'd see every vote counted, every voice heard, the greatest gift of all, democracy restored. He'd reopen precincts, post office too, make sure the tally was honest and true. He'd bring us clean water and breathable air, protect the right to choose and medical care. A vaccine for the Rona and face masks for all. Soon we'd be back in theaters and malls. Healthy children would return to the classrooms. "Thank you, Santa," I shouted. "You've saved us from doom." Across my face slapped his hot little hand. "I'm no savior, good neighbor. I'm just a man. I've got but one vote, just like you, and although my suit's red, I'll cast it for blue." From the North Pole, I sledded just to hand mine, and in Virginia, you can vote early, so get in that line. In 2019, the Virginia Senate and House flipped blue, oh my, electing awesome Democrats like Fowler, Askew, and Guy. You started this blue wave in 2017. We have to continue together, become a strong team. So we sprang to the sled and took to the sky. To the swing states we went, because we have to really try. On Ohio, on Florida, and don't forget the Carolinas too. Let's knock on those doors. Social distancing is how we do. To Michigan we went to help Gretchen Whitmer. But she told us, "I got this," because even kidnappers couldn't get her. On to Arizona next and the Rockies of Colorado, begging for turnout like a real desperado. Doors we banged, windows we tapped, waking non-voters from their apathetic naps. On Minnesota, throughout the heartland we scrambled. Now Nevada, for these elections cannot be gambled. Ballot guides we did carry, of the ballot's power we talked. Those who didn't know the way, to the precincts we walked. To Wisconsin we went, where Kenosha is still healing. Then on to Pennsylvania, where 45 proved unappealing. Santa spoke not a word, working in overdrive. Lines around every block to oust 45. Militias blocking votes through menace and fear. Santa pelted them with coal, and I could tell he was in super high gear. So he says, "Let's go to Georgia, as I am feeling very sassy. We will join Stacy's fight. It will be fair and really classy." We laced up our shoes and marched door to door, for engagement trumps enragement, and ballots count more. A nation united, raising its voice, you won't suppress our right to choice. With never a nod, he turned to leave. Democracy granted, a timely reprieve. Before he ascended, he spoke in my ear, "You Dems better do this right every dang year." In 2016, you were complacent. You were caught red-handed. Remember, freedom and liberty die if taken for granted. This cannot happen again, so I hope you are now awake. 2021 is near, and even more is at stake. They will come for us hard, wounded from their losses, impassioning their base, spouting fake news from their bosses. Plus, Virginia Beach, you know you are the chosen one. More flippable seats, and blue wave cannot be undone. Stay engaged, stay awake, even if it seems like a dream. Work together, and remember, we are one big blue team.